Hi, I'm Tiffany. This is the Balanced Life Podcast. Today's topic is one overlooked way to earn more money as a freelancer. So this is going to be a really simple step by step. Well, it's simple. It's not always easy. I know that's kind of cliche, but that's the fact. The first thing that you can do to earn more money as a freelancer is to schedule tasks. So you want to group, your tasks together like with like. Sorry. You want to group tasks together like with like so that you can be in the same mental space and zone and you can go into that deep learning place where you're able to get things done faster and more efficiently. You're not bouncing from thing to thing. Now, that may seem like more of a time management than a money management thing, but the reality is the faster you get at doing a task, the more that you can earn from doing it. And that has to do with pricing structures more on a project base versus other thing. But the other reason you can earn more is when people see that you're able to accomplish things more quickly, they can bring more work to you, but you can also begin to demand higher rates. So that is the first way. The second way is to focus on things one at a time. I have to confess, today I am recording my podcast 4 hours late from when I usually do it. I, record it the day before so it can go up and I have time to get everything set up so it's ready to go and there's no bad things that happen. But I am 4 hours late today recording it. Why did that happen? Because I got distracted on so many things. So I did not do a good job of practicing what I was going to preach on today. Focusing on one thing at a time, completing one project, one task. Don't get near the end of a project and then start the next one. Don't get the whole ADHD jumping all over the place kind of thing. What you want to do is you want to take that task all the way to completion, get it off your mental bandwidth, and then move on to the next thing. This again goes back to the idea of being able to accomplish more faster with deeper learning and better focus, but it also means you're going to do a better job. And when you do a better job, your name gets out and people are impressed. If you're returning projects early because you get everything done and you're doing well, you're going to build a reputation as someone who's reliable and somebody that people want to work with, and people are willing to pay more to not have to deal with hassle, deadlines, and stress. Truthfully, you can demand much more earnings if you are a low maintenance, get it done, return it better than you said you would, faster than you said it would, with no complications. People will pay for that. You will earn more. The third thing is to create a routine and specialize. This is about building clear communication with the people you work with as a freelancer, letting them know what information you need by what deadline so you can return it in this way, and then find something that you are exceptional at and really drill down into that area. Make it a value added, a bonus feature, as long as it's something in line with what is needed in your freelancing work. So, for example, when I was a ghostwriter, one of the features that I added was teaching people how to publish their book, or even having me publish it for them. So this was a value added. It was something that I learned how to do, that I could do quickly. I had a couple members on my team who just boom, boom, boom. We put together a process, and as soon as I had a manuscript done and approved, it went to this person, then it went to this person, this thing happened, this was done. There was a little check sheet, and it was all automated the way through. That allowed me to do it very inexpensively, which brought more ghostwriting and editing projects to me from people because they had that extra perk on top of it, which added to my bottom line. So how is it that you can earn more doing this? As I said, schedule and focus helps you complete your tasks and get your invoices out. So this is another thing. When we get really busy all over the place, we don't complete the tasks. If we don't complete the work, then we can't invoice. So being able to stay focused, get into a routine and a schedule, and get things done allows you to consistently and regularly and daily send out invoices so you've consistently and regularly and daily have money coming into your company. When you don't, you really keep looking for more work. So this is a problem and a death spiral that can happen with freelancers. You've got, let's say 5 projects that are in various stages of completion, but they're not actually completed yet. And rather than finishing them up, what kind of happens mentally is you go, what happens when this project's done? I don't know where the next project's coming. I need to start to market it. And you get distracted on marketing for your next project or running ads or, networking or going to this thing that this project isn't getting done. And you may even fall behind, or you're being asked for updates that you can't give. And it really undermines the confidence your client has in you. Whereas if you simply complete the task, invoice it out, have it done, and then move on to the next one and next one and next one. Yes, you need to have a cycle and a flow, but that also comes with time, especially when you establish a group of clients that you work with consistently on projects. That comes with specialization. You start to get referrals and start to build up your referral network. Then you're focusing on getting your work done. And the bottom line is you're going to be paid the same amount whether you drag the projects out until Friday or you get them all done on Wednesday and spend the last 2 days marketing. So it's better to get it done, get it off your plate and sent out, because if your client gets it early, maybe they have you do something else. You never know. The best thing to do is get it done, get it out there. Don't spend time being distracted trying to find your next project when you still have things to do. You don't want to be going overtime, getting angry clients, being late. Late work nights can also damage the relationship with your family. So when you're spending time working and focusing on trying to get the next project when you don't have the first project done yet, you're ignoring important relationships in your life, whether spouse, children, someone else. And that was something that I was very, very guilty of, especially when my kids were younger, is I was like, well, I'll just work on this and I'll do some networking. That way I don't have to do it later this week. But I did that day after day. So there never was a time where I actually stopped. Whereas if I would have just completed the projects, sent them back and returned them, spent time with my family, and then the next day worried about networking and trying to find the work, I would have had a better work-life balance. I would have had more time with my kids. I would have been much less stressed. And who knows, maybe my clients would have brought more work to me because I was getting it done faster. But since they didn't get it until, the deadline instead of early, they simply took it and they went on. This leads to burnout. That's why I walked away from my company for about 7 years. I was so burned out because of having poor kind of time management skills. I wasn't earning what I should have been earning. And I got frustrated and I finally had to just pull back. And I worked with about 2 or 3 clients, period. These were repeat clients, trusted clients. They would contact me when they had work that needed done. I would do it. I would return it. I stopped marketing. I stopped reaching out. I stopped doing the socials. I stopped training. I stopped speaking at conferences. All of it. I just put the brakes fully on it. And those 3 clients, I made about triple what I did when I was doing all the other stuff. That's how I know this works. I found a few people who really valued what I did, who worked well with me, and I just didn't worry about trying to do all the things to bring more work in. I just let the work come in, and I earned triple. And then when I stepped back, I actually stepped back because my youngest was getting close to high school graduation right around the time the COVID stuff happened. And so when the one client said, hey, we're going to have to pull back, I was like, you know what, let me go. Because I was going to say that I needed to resign this summer anyway to spend time with my daughter and things going on in the family, good things, but things going on. I wanted to spend time with them. And I was in a position financially because of making triple that I could take a couple of years off working another job, a full-time job that I wanted to do for a while and do some of the things that I wanted to do outside of the home. And now I'm back and I'm rebuilding and I'm following these guidelines. So I know that they work. Instead of chasing money tasks, you then have steady growth. I forgot to say this at the beginning, but I have a new free download that I've created. It's about how to, what did I call it? I can't remember, but it's going to be in the show notes. It's a free download to help you determine your rates and how to earn more as a freelancer. I'm going to be doing a series on this, really trying to help people who are trying to build their own businesses get a strong foundation and not just grapple around in the dark, not waste time doing things that won't help them, but focusing on the tasks that will bring in the work, how to manage the work when it's there, how to invoice and charge a rate that will allow you to be competitive, but still have the work-life balance that you want. So if you want that, please go down in my show notes. If you, for some reason, can't see my show notes, if there's not a link there on the platform you're using, then here's where you go. You go to Building the Balanced Life, that's with a D, Building the Balanced Life.substack.com. And you'll see right there in the middle, there's an article. At the very top of that article, it will give you a link. It'll say, download your free tool here for Freelancer free fee tool here. And it's a free download. Just go and get it and work through it and see if maybe your rates are or are not in line with what they need to be for you to be able to earn what your tasks are worth, but also cover your bills and build your life rather than just chasing pennies. Because a lot of people undercharge and then delay their work, and they just set up a cycle of poverty in freelancing, and it's not the joy that you want it to be. But don't beat yourself up if that's the position that you're in, because we all fail sometime. I just want you to try to fail forward. I'll see you on the next podcast. Bye.